Mr. Tony Zhang. Tony, how you doing?
Doing well. Thank you so much for having me.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Tony, what's up, man? How you doing? Looking sharp as
Good
always.
to see you, Jamal.
Yeah, man. We met long. You know what? It's been so long. We met. You came to SIBO, right? You came to the Options Institute. That's when we met, right? It's crazy.
Yeah, it's been quite a few years.
I know, right?
Last time I saw you was probably OIC last year.
Yeah, true that. True that.
Love it.
What's going on, man? I mean, it's been a crazy market. We got a lot going on. What are your thoughts about what you're seeing these days?
Yeah, I mean, our primary focus still remains within growth, within AI. Obviously, we've had this, I would call this a fairly healthy pullback, healthy consolidation after what has been 9, 10 straight weeks of record highs in the equity markets, right? That rally has been incredibly narrow and concentrated inside of these chip stocks that needs to see a little bit of rotation. And we're seeing that rotation here underneath the surface as these chip stocks take a little bit of a pullback here. I think a lot of it is looking at SpaceX tomorrow as potentially the stability in this particular sell-off. My expectation here for the IPO tomorrow is going to be a somewhat semi-muted response, given just the frenzy around this IPO. You have what is it, close to $250 billion in orders for what is $75 billion worth of stock. So you're talking about nearly 4 times oversubscribed, but you have about 30% retail participation. And I think we're likely to see some upside tomorrow in this particular stock, even though it's trading at fairly ridiculous valuations, right? We're close to 100 times revenue. And the question is really just, how's the market going to digest that? Because, there certainly are some concerns around AI, whether or not this is quote unquote a bubble. From my perspective, I think the long-term growth story here for AI is without a doubt still plenty of upside left for the long term. But in the short term, we could see some more volatility ahead. But the SpaceX, I think, is going to be an interesting barometer in the short run as to how these chip stocks will react, because ultimately SpaceX is really an AI opportunity at its core.
Yeah, and I think the most interesting thing is just the public eye on this thing. Like I'm aware of IPOs that come out, but really I'm not like tracking day to day because I'm not trading the IPOs directly. I'm waiting till the options market comes out. But we've been talking about SpaceX for like 3 weeks, at least.
Yeah.
So just the fact that there's so much attention on this IPO, I think could bring a record number of retail traders. If you think of just like unique people trading this thing, I think this could be easily, by far and away, the most popular IPO that we've ever seen. Just because like there's people that don't even trade that are asking me about this thing.
Yeah, absolutely. I think the only IPO that even comes close in terms of retail participation and just generally speaking, the public, having an eye on it really was Meta. We're going back close to 15 years ago when Meta went public, and there was a lot of talk around that. The SpaceX was really the only thing that's in the last 15 years that's even come close to that, in my opinion. And obviously, retail participation is a whole different ballgame than it was back then. You have the fast track in the NASDAQ 100, which is going to bring a significant amount of capital inflow into that particular stock. So yeah, you're absolutely right, and I think this is really going to potentially stabilize the recent rotation we've seen out of the AI chip stock trade, and potentially stabilize that and maybe see that reaccelerate here to the upside. You've seen all the space companies in the last few days pull back here. Rocket Lab back to around that $100 level. Those are all I think potentially buying opportunities tomorrow going into that IPO.
No, that's a good point. Looking at those names, it's probably easier to play than trying to play the IPO itself. Yeah, talk to me about that rotation. You guys are looking at certain other areas of the market, like you said, as we've seen a lot of people, obviously in tech, but starting to see some rotation out of that. What are the areas you guys are looking at?
Yeah, so first thing we were looking at is just the RSP, the equal weight S&P 500 index. You see how as the S&P pulled back over the last 4 or 5 trading sessions, the RSP has essentially stayed flat. The rotation has been out of the few growth tech stock into essentially the rest of the market. We've seen real estate break out to new 52-week highs. If you look at stocks like Simon Property Group, you see Coca-Cola, you see TJX. We've seen quite a few of these kind of even retail names show quite a bit of strength here. I'm not sure that strength is necessarily durable, especially, after tomorrow's, all eyes are going to be back on AI, tech, SpaceX. I would imagine that we probably see some of that rotation strength weaken a little bit back into tech. So, especially if you see some of just the major levels that the Mag 7 stocks have pulled back to, you look at NVIDIA, we're back to 200. I think that's an interesting entry point because 200 was really the level that NVIDIA contended with for call it a year. Last year, broke out finally above that level. Now we're pulled all the way back to 200, and NVIDIA is trading at 22 times forward earnings. That looks like a pretty compelling valuation to be buying more. If, let's say, you missed out on the recent breakout here, you have Alphabet recent pullback. Now we're trading at around 27 times forward earnings. That I think is a really interesting long-term play for anyone interested in AI. So all of these stocks, even Micron, trading at 8 times forward earnings, we're back to around the 850 level here on Micron. So, there's going to be a lot of interesting names that over the last couple of days have pulled back to much more compelling levels from a technical perspective, from a fundamental valuation perspective. That's really where I think past tomorrow where my focus is going to be. But, at the same time, we are seeing some real rotation here as a result of the recent pullback here. And I think that's healthy for the markets, because we have seen what has been a market that has been too narrow, too concentrated in just growth stocks over the last 9-10 weeks that isn't sustainable. You need to have rotation, you need to have consolidation, and that's what we've seen over the last few days. And I think SpaceX is likely going to be the catalyst event that kind of reverses that a little bit back into the AI trade.
So tell me if I'm wrong. Okay, but it sounds like to me, Tony is saying that we're crowded with a lot of these names in AI and tech, but we've pulled back, and so he's looked at other names like we've seen the Walmarts, the Costco's, the Cokes of the world, and that's been a rotation in that. But these names have pulled back to attractive levels, kind of like Julia said the other day with research, and PEs are low enough that maybe you can pile back in after SpaceX IPO. Did I hear that right?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm just checking. That sounded like what you said, Tony.
That's exactly right. And, also, the last couple of days, the VIX is up, 22% now, versus realized vol over the last 30 days is in the 12-13% range. That's a pretty significant spread between implied versus realized. So I think going into tomorrow, there's, especially with these AI stocks that have pulled back a little bit, there's going to be some interesting opportunities to be selling some premium heading into that SpaceX IPO tomorrow with some of these tech names.
100%. And yeah, all eyes will be on SpaceX tomorrow. It's going to be crazy. But Tony, thank you so much for your contribution. We love the insight. We're going to take a quick break here, and we'll see you on the other side. You're watching Tasty Live.